let's have a look in my bag.
What's in your bag this week? Oh, you got a big one.
Hopefully some scales. I'm still baffled where they are.
Maybe you did put them in there.
Could have.
Really?
That's how I roll.
Really?
My Rubik's World bag. I packed this yesterday.
Did you? So it can't be in there.
No, but I forgot what's in here.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
So you're showing your age now.
Well, we got so much cool stuff coming in, and I know we say that all the time. Let's whip the top off and have a look.
Oh.
So what are we greeted with? First up,
Some blingy stuff.
a header card. Header
header
card
card.
by itself is not much action, is it?
No. What's it say? CA what?
CA45.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's really cool. This is BittyDesign's latest release in front-wheel drive bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So one 90mm 10th scale touring car.
Yep.
We have a front-wheel drive class, aptly named TCR, and that's a body shell to suit that.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's really cool. What's CA? It's corrosive. I don't know.
So here, won't it?
Nope, it doesn't say there.
Oh. Okay, I can't make it up.
I've got a mental blank. Corrosive area. I don't know.
Cabin attendant.
Anyway, there we go. So, and that is the sticker sheet for it. Really, really cool. So they give you these like GT stripes that make it look really like quite scale. Like
So they're quite low on the door.
Yeah,
right?
they're low on the
Almost
door.
on the
And
apron.
there's one that goes over the roof.
Right.
So you got the roof, the bonnet, and there's two side pillars down low. So with a very simple paint scheme, you can make it look really cool.
Yep.
Wrap around tail lights.
Yeah, nice.
2-piece.
Yep.
Really, really nice graphics and artwork on the sticker sheet. I've been super happy with what's coming out of
It's been really popular, isn't it?
design lately.
We've got one there.
And if you go to front town, because we're still on the overhead, that is what it's going to look like. Now, obviously, you adjust this bit off the back here. That is the wing.
Yep.
But have a look at that. That is a cool looking hatch. 4-door hatch.
So these little things here look like details.
They could be maybe wing supports. I don't know. I haven't actually looked very closely at it. Maybe it's winglets for the front.
Maybe.
That I wouldn't put past BittyDesign to put little winglets on the front here.
Well, they could.
You know. So wouldn't that be cool?
Would be.
Because I know that that's maybe what the car it was modelled off might have had on it. But yeah.
Like the big arches.
Yeah, and I like the really heavy set window frame. Really nice and chunky. It's got lots of edges on the front wheel arch.
Yep.
Really, really stiff body. And it's really got a cool looking rear end too.
It's got some really sharp detail.
BittyDesign are phenomenal for that. It's super, super sharp. And I know clear bodies always look rubbish on camera, but yeah. So these will be heading to a racetrack near you. I know a lot of people were waiting for these around Australia.
Beautiful.
And a lot of them actually got sent out. There's only very few left in stock. There's under 5 left in the cupboard, so to speak. What else have we got?
Yeah, something blingy.
Something blingy. Something shiny. Have a look at this for bling.
It's chromy.
Look, we can see the camera. We can see the overhead camera looking at itself. Can you see that?
Can we see your face?
No, don't be silly. This is OE1. So we've got a restock on that. Now I'm going to get some of this stuff out of my bag. This is the latest shipment from Orca.
Right. Okay, so we've got the batteries here.
Let's talk Orca. The latest stuff from Orca Electronics. Yeah?
What's this thing? Oh, it's an OE1.
So this is the OE1. This is the current model. This is the Totem. This is the brand new stock spec Speedy. Now, the best thing about this, well, it's got heaps of cool features. I love the packaging. These makes really good battery foam in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've put that in my 10 scale buggies.
Yep.
Just a bit of sugar on the bottom, and it stops your battery from rattling around. Really, really nice touch.
Good stuff.
I have to sort of maybe it's too well packaged. Have a look at the size of that speed controller.
I reckon I should zoom in a bit, eh?
Oh, have a look at that. Now I'm going to compare that to the current OE1 Pro Spec. You can see here it's really about half the size.
And look at the thickness.
And how low is it as well? How cool is that? So that presents really nice. And that's going to be really easy to mount, like in your modern touring car or even in front of your motor. And what I like about this stock spec Speedy, it's got all the features of the Pro spec Speedy, in that the receiver plugs in and out, so it's fully interchangeable.
Like,
You know what I mean? So you can cut it to different lengths, just buy a new cable and plug it in.
Yep.
Really nice fittings under your terminals, so it's going to fit and present really nice in the car. And then we've got your standard on the top. You've just got your program port and your fan port, and two beautiful little fan mounts in here. So really, really cool.
Oh, I didn't realize they were fan mounts.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's got your fan mount there.
Yep.
And that will go down to, I think it will go down to 10.5 turn. And yeah, and it's perfect for our stock spec racing.
It's pretty compact, isn't
So whether it's a 21.5 touring car, 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy, 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy, or 13.5 touring car, it will do them all. And really, really light too. So the weight on that speed controller, I did have the spec somewhere, and I've lost it. I want to say it's like 39 grams compared to like 59 grams. So it's really, really light. All metal case though. It's not like a cheap cousin of a speed controller.
No, that's right. It's all
so it's full metal case.
Just like a servo.
Another two really cool features I like about this is that it's reverse polarity protected.
Yep.
So you can supposedly plug it in backwards and not damage the speed controller, and the capacitors are inbuilt.
Yeah, it keeps it all really neat, doesn't
it? You don't have to package those up. And when you have your touring car and stuff, that's one of the biggest bugbears, is where mounting your capacitors and that sort of stuff. So that is inbuilt inside the speed controller.
Especially when the capacitors are meant to be very, very close to the speed controller.
That's right. That's exactly right. So now it's part of the board. So that's really cool. In the packet, we still get you get a fan. You've got an optional switch there that can plug in. You don't have to use a switch. With the switch not in use, it's just like a normal Orca where you just plug it in to go. Really easy to calibrate. We've got the receiver wire in there. The little, I think it's a 25 by 25 cooling fan because it's so small the case. Really cool. And it all works with Orca 13 gauge cable. Really high strain copper wire. I can even see the color of it. So
Lots
it's not
of strands
just tin.
in there, aren't there?
Yeah. I don't know the exact strand count off the top of my head, but yeah, it's really highly regarded as one of the best wires in the business. And even in modified, we use 13 gauge just because it's a really nice balance. Solders really well, looks really nice in the car, and it's got really good performance. So that comes with the 13 gauge. Now the next one is the other end of the scale. I'm gonna have to open up the top camera a bit for its page. This is the new Mac Daddy. This is the OE 1.2.
Just say McDaddy.
Yam. It's like yeah, man, but it's yam.
Yam.
No, this is a 200 amp per channel, per phase. Sorry. So this is a 2S Speedy, but we'll also go to 4S. So we'll go 8 scale as well. Really, really cool. So that will power everything from your high performance 1/10. I mean, you can use it in stock spec as well. Now, the biggest concern I can see with putting this in your touring car is the weight. It's quite hefty, being able to carry so much current. And the footprint. It's got a slightly larger footprint than its predecessor. I wouldn't say it's massive. But it is definitely a little bit bigger. Compare that to the stock one. You know, but this will power anything from your 8 scale on-road GT car, your 8 scale buggy, 8 scale truggy. We'll use all those big motors. Also, all your 1/10 scale buggy stuff.
Yes.
So if you sometimes race 1/10 and sometimes race 1/8, you don't have to have all separate gear. And all these speed controllers use the same program box as well, which is really, really cool. So the OE 1.2 does come with remote capacitors, which is more conventional as opposed to the Totem. Does actually come with big beefy 12 gauge cable. Again, it's the Orca high flex copper stuff. but it is 12 gauge to cope with the bigger demands. And again, we come with the receiver lead, which is fully adjustable, and obviously a remote switch. So you can put a power switch with it, or you can use it without the power switch, which is really nice. Conventional sensor board plug underneath. That's the receiver one, so it's going to have a really neat fit up, and this is the switch plug if you choose to use it. Again, in the top of the case, we're greeted with the fan port and the programming port. So really, really cool. I love this Speedy. This is the most versatile thing, and I'm really hopeful that it's super reliable, because if we put that in a 1/10, even a four-wheel drive modified buggy, it's going to have no dramas at all.
No,
it's not going to get. It shouldn't even get warm. It shouldn't push it at all. And yet, the very same speed controller, you can go and put that in your HB E819RS.
That's right.
And thrash it about. So really looking forward to that. And I'm really hoping now that Orca do some fantastic motors. I'm really hoping that they will go into 8 scale, because 8 scale electric powered vehicles are really starting to take off, and for very good reason. They're super fun. So that is the current speed controller range. Oh, I've got another new one. Where's the other new one? Here we go. Do you know how long that these are going to take me to all put away?
Long time.
Long time. This one here is the latest offering. This is all new again from Orca. This is the program card.
So it comes with a simple program card.
A very simple LCD program card. This is a speed controller that can do brushed or brushless.
So perfect for vintage cars.
Perfect for vintage cars. Perfect for your Tamiya classic build. Or if you... I suppose the only speed controller I've ever seen on the market that compares is the one that used to come with Tamiyas. You know, they used to have, you could run them brushed or brushless. And Orca have done the same thing. And you can see here the footprint is tiny. I believe the current handling capabilities are awesome. So you can run like hot, if you're into brushed vintage racing, you could run hot 13, 11 turns, 10 turn motors.
Because the Tamiya ones would have only handled like a 21.5.
That's right. These will go down to, I believe, 13 turn brushless as well. So really, really good for your vintage racing. And they look really cool. So they come with an XT60 on there, which is a really popular aftermarket plug. The motor wire doesn't come with bullets. You'll have to solder that up, but you'd want to anyway in the modern day and age.
No, that's right.
Whether it's brushless or brushed. Comes with a switch, which has got a molded in wire, and we've got a molded in wire for your receiver connection. So really neat small hookup.
And it's got a metal case as well.
Full metal case. So they really don't cheap out. It's also got a fan mount. There's a fan in the packet and a program card. And the price point, I don't talk prices on the show generally, but the price point is phenomenal.
It's good how it's got the legend on the back. So it's easy to follow, all in one package. So if you want to change certain things, you just look up which menu item it is and just go straight to it.
So you've got things like current limiting, I believe. So you've got like punch settings, you've got brake settings, you've got forward and reverse as well, turn reverse off, all that sort of stuff.
Brushless mode.
LiPo, life, nickel metal batteries. So you can even change turbo timing.
Drag brakes.
So all that cool stuff. But that's really cool. And it's a brand new product from Orca. I know that a few of them have already flown off the shelves, and I expect the rest to. So they are some cool speedies from Orca. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about Orca today, if I may, is there's a real trend lately in 1/10 on-road stock, which most people run either 21 or 13. That's the biggest classes. To go up in milliamps.
Is that for the weight of it?
Well, because the cars are so light now, the weight's not really a concern, but it's really about having a really high voltage come end of race. So this has got the capability. This is an 8590 milliamp battery. I don't have the weight in front of me, but it's in a normal LCG case. And so this is really aimed at the new stock market. So traditionally, higher capacity lipos used to be high voltage, which is a different chemical construction. So now high voltage ones have been they've gone out of fashion pretty much and illegal for some racing. You can't charge over 8.4 volts anyway.
Yep.
So now this one here is rated at 8590 at the 8.4 volts. So really, really cool. Heaps of power, 135C, 7.4 volts.
135C?
Yeah. So it's got massive current handling. You know, like for 21.5, it's definitely way more than the motor can handle. But come the end of a 6-minute race, it's going to be like at probably like 75%. Yeah, it's going to have the same voltage as what you put on the track with.
Yep.
You know, that may or may not be true, but it's going to have a lot more charge in it than a 6390 or, you know, and that's the current one. So for a little bit of weight penalty, where you've usually got weight stuck all over your car anyway, you can get more power into it.
Yep.
So yeah, so really happy to have that now in the Orca range, 8590.
Nice.
Yeah, so a full restock of Orca. And again, it's been flying off the shelves, so don't miss out.
These electronics are really exciting,
aren't they? I'm really excited to get some of these 8-scale ones hooked up on 4S and see what we can do.
Very cool.